Hi guys. I found my resting hook and now we're going to attach it. Now, let's see. I know this thing's supposed to sit like that. Something, mine was like that. So, I'm going to do a slight modification to that. We take out my teeny tiny ones and we take out the teeny tiny now I just remembered I need to give this one a matte finish to seal all the decals. Okay, that doesn't respond to anything. So we put it. Ow! I knew that would happen. Okay. Well, that's okay because I have a solution for it. Well, it's a guide anyway. You remove that, put it back in the box. Take the one that's slightly bigger. This one drill is just big enough for a piece of pin to slide in, and that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to go and get the ones that have been used, or should I say snipped off. And there they are. Because when I made my train, I made a boo-boo. I accidentally put a soldering iron, or a soldering iron landed on the model and burned a hole. So I used pinheads as rivets when I put a piece of styrene and patched up the hole. So now we're going to need two pliers, 1 and 2. There and here. Hopefully one is the plier with a grip on it. Damn it, it broke too easy. I know some pins have very are very easy to break. So if I want, I should go and get a new batch, because sometimes pins takes a heck of a lot of quartz. Sometimes you get one that, like this one, it broke. Okay, what can I use then? Yeah. I'm going to use a thicker version of these. Namely, the ones that come around the bread bags when you buy them. So we are putting that one back, that one back, that one back. And as you can see, I'm working on a windmill. Yeah. This one is going to get new pins as well, so I'm going to do that. Now, long knife, right knife. Now, if you don't have anything in handy and these things clog up, they can actually be used to open up the tubium, but they're a bit too big, so you need to file off the end a bit, otherwise they're gonna fight you all the way down. And as you can see, my glue is starting to run. Just because sometimes when you push pressure and you have a clog, it builds up pressure. So I need to remove it. Yep. I don't like using lighters. Sure, I can. The only time I work with lighters, well, hot stuff, is when I need to solder or use a hot shrink plastic on electric stuff. Then we need to start for drilling in. I'm actually going to try to get my hands on that Tamiya mini drill, if they still use it, because this one needs to go in quite a bit. We're about 3 millimeters in, so it's going to take a few minutes. There we go. Now, where did I put that thing? There. Now, usually when I want this straight, I just bend it with a piece of plier, but I've heard that if you have two plain heavy objects, you can actually get these pretty straight, but my approach is less subtle. Now, the ends do have a tendency to want to bend whatever way they want, so they actually get somewhat direct grab and bend procedure. Now I'm going to try, and no, I don't think I can. Actually, that went through better than I thought. Now, this one's somewhat straight. Gonna stick in about this much. I would have liked it to stick in about here. So, more drilling. Yeah, that's a good almost 8 millimeters, so that should suffice. So now we gently lift this up. me try to grab it in a way that won't hurt it. We start drilling here. Let's see how far we are. Feels pretty far. Can do it like this. Pull that out. Put that down then. And try that again. And we're about 5 millimeters, so a few more turns. Now I should have put a bit of rag under here, or at least remove the sandpapers. Back in a second. This is actually towel I use when I dry my dirty dishes. So, yeah. A pair of very large seams. So, that's the worst nightmare on this one. And let me take that. Grab it with this one, pull it, and yeah, that's how I was going to do it. I'm going to use my pen that I will be drawing panel lines with. Was the idea, but if I'm going to paint my Condor black, how the hell are you going to see a black panel line? That's something to ponder. I'm actually planning on buying a second Tomcat, since this one got a bit of wonky history. Yeah. Tint now. Fairly easy to snip off, so now we are going to and it hit the mark right away. So now we're going to see how much are in this side. And I just need to remove 3 millimeters. So that easy. It's almost at the line, so this should line up fairly easy. That's one problem. Now, here comes the next. It's a bit off. There. Now we're going to super glue. Plastic and metal doesn't take the standard, so it needs super glue. Rather big blob, but I rather hopes it sticks there, so good in and out. Now we're going to do something I shouldn't do. There. Get the excess glue off with my pliers, sorry, tweezers. There. Now comes the fun part. Shove it in, bend. And I need to have this stand on a flat surface, so let's see how much. 5 minutes, less than 6. So this should work in that amount of time, so. Now comes the fun part. There. It's all the way in. But now we need to bend the damn thing. And actually, I think that's quite good. So, there's the resting hook down, as it should be. And now I'm gonna do the weapons that fell off. So we do. Bye for a second.